I am an evanescent vessel, and I am ready. Onward we march, and this shirt is not ready for me anymore. Let's do this. I am not ready for the Under Armour, but whatever. Let's do this.
There's 4 weeks to go. They're starting week 7. There's a little bit of a frustration that happens, or maybe a lot of a bit of a frustration that happens because you're like, I've never worked so hard. Well, okay. You've never worked so hard, and what?
I feel like I'm a robot made of all these different parts that don't actually go together and they're starting to fall apart. And I'm ready to get past this phase and feel good again, because I don't feel that good.
But there's so many things about this process that I'm just angry about right now. I'm at this spot where 10 weeks it's just not enough, and I'm mad about that.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy. It's pushing me to like get to it this week. I want to go. I want to get to it.
I mean, I feel like this is kind of what I was afraid of when we were starting, where I was like, I have so far to go compared to everybody else.
Week 7 is really interesting because what happens is your body's changing and the numbers are really great, but you're not superhero yet. You still have a bunch of weeks to go. I've walked this walk a million times, but these guys haven't. You really want to get from point A to point B, you got to do it all. You don't always win, and you don't win early. We got to do all 10 weeks. Come on, come on, give me another. No stop, no stop, and go, come on. Come on, go, go. Breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. Good, that's it.
Yeah, it's harder with more weight.
Yeah, a little. Why is the spot really important? Because Clint could do the weight at the beginning, 3 to 4 reps all on his own. Now, he can't get it past halfway without just a little bit of help. If you stop and only get 2-3 reps out of it, then he's not gonna power through, we're not gonna tear the muscle down, and it's not gonna build from its deepest spot. So when people are in the gym, they go, oh, it's too tough, I'm stopping. That's not any good. You gotta take it till you're exhausted, like we just saw.
Exhausted is the right word for it.
Clint started with more muscle on his body than other people, because Clint's exercised before. When you've done them before, your muscle gains are not gonna be as quick as when you've never done it before.
What's really frustrating is that I've only got 4 more weeks, or 3.5 more weeks. 3 weeks and change. Like, I'm sitting here thinking like, well, I wanted to be Thor at the end of 10 weeks, and I'm not gonna get anywhere close to that. I'm down another like 3% body fat. My taper is coming in good. Even though like I've made these great strides and I'm really happy with how I look and feel in general, in retrospect, I realized that I just set myself up to fail miserably, because I had no idea going in like what type of work would go into that, and like how big I could theoretically get in 10 weeks. If I had 20 weeks.
And he gained half a pound of muscle in the last 2 weeks. His biggest gains were in the first few weeks. Then it slows down. It's hard to gain the further we go along. One more, come on, let's go. Come on, yes you can, yeah, I got it, come on, let's go. Go, 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 come on, keep going. You were still working at 100%.
No, I believe that.
That's the point.
The second to last one, I hadn't gotten all the way up with it yet, and you start pushing it back down at me.
Oh, I thought you were done.
No.
Oh, you know what that means? I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I thought he had no more left. Let's do that again. No. Down, down. Okay, up to here. 1, 2, that's it. 3, take it to the bottom, Then you go. 4, no swinging, bringing, come on. Breathe out. Yo, I'll be honest with you, it doesn't matter the weight. It's what you can do at 100% of what you can do. So right now, his arms are so burnt out, 10-pound weight's what he can do, but it's about not taking a huge break. A lot of people take a larger break and pick up a heavier weight. No, pick up the lighter weight, just finish, burn out.
I don't know. I feel like I'm supposed to be really excited about my measurements because I've made really big changes, and I understand intellectually that I've made really big changes. I don't know. They're great. The numbers are great. They're amazing. I'm amazing. I'm doing great.
Cruz has gone from 329.5 on the scale to 299. That's 30.5 pounds of scale weight off.
Some of my numbers are people's numbers 6-7 weeks ago. And so it's just like, great, so now I get to start.
He's got a body. We are seeing stuff happen here. You see his chest is changing, his arms, his shoulders, even his legs. I mean, that guy didn't want to pull up his pants when we first started to get measurements. He's like, yeah, he's pulling them all the way up. And I mean, he was getting a little uncomfortable, but it's all cool.
Now there's muscle.
Now there's muscle growing up here. So you're at 50.25.
I'm so fancy. You already know.
You really got to do that with me next to you?
Yeah. With and the shirt on. I just feel like it doesn't matter what I do, I'm fighting an uphill battle. I feel like I can get to where I want to go. I just don't feel like I can get there by the time we need to get there. And the good part of that is that like life exists outside of the show. And so like I'm gonna keep working, but if I wanted to play Star-Lord, I'd get fired, right? Like I think I'm gonna get fired. Fictional CineFix Marvel is gonna fire me because I'm not gonna fit in my Hawkeye suit.
I pissed myself off this week. I was half in it the whole time. There were a couple workouts. You know, Steve walks away every once in a while. So I'm like on 7, and I'm like, I can't do it anymore.
Pretend there's a string pulling this up back here. Okay, but it's the lat which is bringing you up. Better. Keep the elbows straight, don't unlock them. There's a lot of parts to this.
Ish. Maybe next set.
Getting it. Try and stretch out and we'll go again.
I got some measurements. It's not what I was hoping, not what I was expecting. I've been traveling a whole lot this week, and now I'm all out of whack.
It takes you 3 weeks to get ready to play a sport. It takes you 3 days to be out of shape.
I'm frustrated that I've only gotten to like 40% of what I wanted to get to, with about 60% of the effort that I should be taking.
Joe weighed 156. He weighed 156 last time, but he looked so different 2 weeks later. What's the difference? His body fat went down almost 3%. His abs are coming in. That spare tire he had is pretty much gone. So he was the only one whose numbers went off a little, but he still made a huge body fat loss and huge muscle gain in a 2-week period.
The way that I keep going, the way that I'm like, I have to finish this, is I don't ask myself, do you want to go to the gym today? Because the answer is no, I do not want to go to the gym today. But if I ask myself, do you want to get stronger today? Do you want to look better today? Do you want to be healthier today? That I say yes to, so then I go to the gym.
Most people let their toe run out. If your toe runs out, we're working here. The idea of this is to work into the hip and glutes. So you want to lead with the heel, down, lead with the heel. At first, you're going to feel it on the hip that's going up. By the time we're done, it's the hip that's standing, the other leg, that's doing all the work.
My biggest frustration right now is that I am constantly tired. I feel like I'm constantly minorly injuring myself. Like first is my hamstring, then it's my inner thigh, then it's my shoulder, then it's my lower back. Like I went to an acupuncturist and I told her all of the things that are wrong with me, and she was like, I can't fix all of these things. Like that's too many things. I'm prematurely becoming like a 90-year-old person. Like this is what someone who's 90 feels like. I'm 29. I don't know why my body is falling apart, and I'm ready for it to stop and to feel better again.
Now, Julianna, with all that said, remember her shoulders were like this, her hips were like that, we had this. Now we have this. We're only off by, I think, half an inch between her hips being wider than her shoulders.
I have mixed feelings about my measurements. I am happy that my hips and my waist and my chest are down. I am medium happy with only losing about 1% body fat in the last 2 weeks. Like, how is that possible?
If we look from day 1 to today, she's lost 17.8 pounds of body fat. That is ginormous, especially when you take into account that she has a thyroid issue.
And I am only medium happy that I've only lost 4 pounds in the last 7 weeks.
Her body's completely changing, but the numbers, if you read into them, are astronomical. If you just look at the scale, she's only lost 4 pounds. Oh my God, what a failure. Baloney. not a failure.
My doctor told me for my adrenals, if I'm not eating enough salt, it will like really mess with my adrenals and I'll gain weight.
What does he call enough salt?
I don't know.
Okay, you see, she smiles and the doctor will tell her whatever she wants to hear.
That's not true.
Don't tell me you're frustrated. Don't tell me anything. Look at your numbers. Look at your inches. You guys are all here working out, doing incredible work. Stop being the rich kids that are upset they got all this money. I mean, really, how many people get the opportunity to come in here and do what you're doing? What are you pissed about? All these numbers are unbelievable. Everybody watching this will be so mad at you guys because they're looking from the outside and they're like, oh my God, I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that. You're doing it. Friggin' grow up. We just made Cruz aware that he's actually working out in the gym with real weight.
Not just hanging out. with
Not just
friends and
hanging out.
Making up puns for the workouts.
Yeah.
This is Rosemary's Baby, apparently, because it looks like you're giving birth to the devil.